champion of the world, AJ Anthony.
Internet's most polarizing boxing star. Is it a real fight? Could it happen? And who wins? Let's break it all down. First, Anthony Joshua, Olympic gold medalist, former WBA, IBF, WBO, and IBO heavyweight champion. Redemption win against Andy Ruiz Jr. in Saudi Arabia. Joshua built a reputation as a global superstar with thunderous power and resilience. His resume boasts wins over names like Dillian White, Joseph Parker, Alexander Povetkin, painted a sharp contrast. Joshua focused on fundamentals, revisiting the jab and uppercut combinations that once terrorized the division. He sparred with top heavyweights, determined to re-establish himself as a dominant force. Jake Paul, meanwhile, doubled down on conditioning, sparring bigger opponents than ever before, and leaning on his signature overhand right, the very punch that flatlined Woodley and floored Silva. Let's be real. Joshua is a natural 240-pound heavyweight with Olympic pedigree. Jake Paul walks around 185 to 190, usually fights at cruiserweight. The power difference? Insane. Joshua has KO'd top 10 heavyweights. Jake hasn't faced anyone over 200 pounds yet. In a real fight, Joshua's jab alone could control Jake Paul's entire game. But don't count Jake Paul out too quickly. He's tough, athletic, has decent timing, and the mental strength to keep trying. Against smaller opponents, he's shown real power. And let's not forget, one big right hand can change everything. The question is, could Jake Paul land that shot on a much bigger, more skilled man? Fight night was electric. The arena shook as fans from two completely different worlds collided. Hardcore boxing purists cheering Joshua, and the new generation of fans roaring for Jake Paul. The spectacle felt surreal. Olympic gold versus YouTube gold. Stadium lights beamed, the crowd roared, and tension filled the air. The opening rounds were a chess match. Joshua's stiff jab controlled the distance, keeping Paul at the edge of his reach. Jake looked to slip and counter with looping right hands, trying to land the shot that made him famous. Each time Paul connected, his fans erupted, while Joshua's composure and ring IQ neutralized the danger. By the middle rounds, Joshua began to shift gears. His hooks and uppercuts broke through Jake's high guard, forcing Paul back into the ropes. Joshua's body shots drained Jake's energy, making him visibly slower. Yet Jake didn't fold. He fired back, showing courage that earned him respect even from his harshest critics. In round 7, the pace quickened. Joshua landed a sharp right hand that snapped Paul's head back, followed by punishing combinations. The difference in size, power, and experience was becoming clear. Still, Jake absorbed punishment and kept swinging, proving his toughness on the biggest stage. The later rounds were all Joshua. With calculated aggression, he closed the distance and dominated exchanges. In the 9th round, Joshua delivered a brutal uppercut, a shot reminiscent of his knockout against Klitschko, sending Jake Paul crashing to the canvas. The referee's count felt eternal, but Paul couldn't recover. Anthony Joshua was declared the winner by TKO. In victory, Joshua restored his aura as a feared heavyweight and silenced critics who doubted him. For Jake Paul, the loss didn't destroy him, it elevated his reputation. He had dared to face one of boxing's biggest stars, endured punishment, and showed heart that many never thought he had. This fight may not have been for belts, but it was for pride, legacy, and the future of boxing's entertainment era. It proved that spectacle.
World on Netflix. Don't adjust your TVs. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Anthony Joshua. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Jake Paul. It's all live from the 305 tomorrow night and live around the world on Netflix. Gentlemen, one more time, AJ versus Jake.
See this crap, okay? You gonna fight, but fight Match him up, fight clean.
Christopher Young with the
Come
quote
in.
of the night. The fans did not pay to see this crap.
You gotta be stronger than that, champ. You gotta be stronger. You gotta be stronger than that shit. Breathe.
You gotta be strong.
If you control your breathing, you can control everything. Control your breathing, you can control every motherfucking thing. Just calm down. The motherfucker showing you everything, Jake. He too slow for you. He can't hit you with shit unless you giving it to him. Unless you giving it to him. Don't give him shit. All right. Don't give him nothing to look for. And look, right? The footwork drills. This ain't nothing but drills in there.
Come on, find it.
Time it. This is range. This is range. No, we only got 4 rounds left.
Jake Paul's trainer, Theo Chambers III, hails from Detroit's legendary Kronk Gym, where he was a pupil of the estimable Emmanuel Stewart, who always said, knockout sell. Fans were sold on expecting a knockout in this main event. We have reached round number 5.
Most people didn't think we'd get to this point, the second half of this fight, but a lot of it has been fought on the mat just as much almost has been fought on these men's feet. But look at the way that it has to go for Jake Paul is working his way in on that jab, just like that. Back to the basics.
It really is.
Oh, the uppercut, and he took it! Jake Paul took it! And yet he takes the knee again. This is not Joshua, that's Jake Paul's fault. Right hand left by Joshua. He's got Jake Paul cornered. Paul's hands are down. Paul unwinds and catapult right hand to the left by Paul. Paul looking to make it a fight now. Final 2 minutes of the 5th, and the action finally coming to life.
Down to the body with the right hand for Anthony Joshua. There's a big left now.
Text messages are lighting up. Everyone wondering what the hell is happening. And Joshua continues to chop down Paul. And that's for the knockdown.
It looked like it was something wrong with his leg.
Jake Paul's been knocked down here in the 5th. Is he about to be knocked out? Joshua, the Predator, counter right. There's the right hand. Jake Paul goes down again. Second knockdown.
5, 6, 7, 8. Ready to go, man?
45 seconds left in the 5th. Will Jake Paul survive the round? No 3 knockdown rule in effect. And Paul, fatigued, hands are low. Joshua on the, just stalking him. Oh, the right hand by Paul. Uncorks the catapult right.
Looks like Jake Paul is trying to bait him into something, but he's the one that's hit the canvas twice in this round. Incredible.
Jake Paul being measured up by Joshua for that right hand. Gets clipped again. Another right. Another left. And the bell goes to end the 5th. A tremendous round for Anthony Joshua.
You want every round. Don't give up on your goddamn self. Wake the fuck up. Listen, you try you hard. Give up on your motherfucker.
Let's take a look at the first knockdown here. That body shot lands from AJ with the left hand. Jake Paul walks it off, tries to land a right of his own, but the left hooks kept coming. It looked like a misstep there, and you saw the grimace on Jake Paul as he stepped back with that right leg, something to keep an eye on if this fight continues to inch forward. And inching forward closer and closer is Anthony Joshua to closing the distance. You can tell Jake Paul is not taking those punches very well, but that punch right there from Jake Paul was the cleanest shot he's landed tonight, and it's because Anthony Joshua's getting comfortable in there.
Didn't even bother Joshua.
Not one bit.
Jake Paul, a cruiserweight, fighting his second fight at heavyweight against a bona fide knockout artist in Anthony Joshua, seeking his 26th knockout as a pro. But Jake Paul coming forward, he's off balance, he's tired, he's breathing heavily, and he's cornered again by Joshua. Down Paul goes again, following the right hand, the third knockdown of the fight.
7, 8. Want to go, baby? Want to continue that? Everybody got to protect yourself, okay?
Paul wants to continue, but it's all Anthony Joshua. 3 knockdowns. And Paul needs to get off the ropes, David.
He does. That's not the place for him.
Man, he's tired. He got
Keep moving them feet like he was in the early rounds, but it's hard to do that.
right uppercut. It's amazing that Paul is still standing, taking the right uppercut. He knows he's been hurt. His hands are down. It's just incredible.
And even if he does land his best shot at the moment, not that much is going to happen.
And it almost, oh, there's a left hook. Oh, right hand! Down goes Paul!
6, 7, 8, 9.
Mamma mia! It may have taken a little bit longer than everyone expected, but AJ gets the KO in round 6.
That right hand that he took right at the end, that was the shot everyone was saying. If he gets hit with, he goes down, and that's exactly what happened.
We will make it official. Judgment Day is over here in Miami. We'll hear from Big Mo right after this.
It starts with Celsius. Feel like I can feel good about. I'm gonna need it.
So here in Miami, the main event has ended, and Anthony Joshua and Logan Paul going at it, but let's make it official now with Big Mo. Oh, man.
Christopher, you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, referee Christopher